Time is 6:17, and then seems I, I have not been feeling too well today. I've been very, very down. Seems there's a plane passing, so I woke up with some discomfort. I think I woke up, then I went back to bed, then my alarm kicked in. So with my alarm kicking in, just grumbled for some moments, feeling not too well. Then looked at the time. It's time to go for the jog. I was thinking of canceling the jog, but well, I mean, my co-founder is out there. My partner is the co-founder. Then I think, I think I'm not too sure. I'm the one that influences jogging, and sometimes he pushes me to go beyond where I think I'll give up. So I was like, no excuses. Let's go for the jog. Then I jogged to his place. Then from his place, we go on the regular jog. So I got to this gate, completely locked. I had to go and take another road, which at first somehow feels dangerous, but there's something that I've realized about this concept of fear. Mind you, I'm in Nigeria, so I have a couple of roads. If it's completely dark, if it's completely isolated, and you see people there in the daytime, there is a high chance that there could be people there at night. So seeing that area, I just felt like, well, I might as well give it a go, and I went for it. And it reminds me of this area close to my place that it's also very, very dark, that people are afraid to pass. And that's why I pass these days every morning. But before I got there, I kind of realized that I kind of realized that the fear of having to pass that place was so much. But recently, it's been very, very fine. Nothing has ever happened. Nothing criminal. Nothing criminal, but something scary has happened. You see how this idea of fear comes into play. So this is what happened. I, my co-founder, and his brother were going to the gym around like 5 a.m. thereabouts. Place is still dark. So sometimes the police set up this checkpoint where they stop vehicles just to inspect to make sure there is no case of kidnapping or smuggling happening, something illegal. Sha. So they tried to stop this vehicle. The vehicle refused to stop, so the police had shot into the air. Now, you have to understand that the Nigerian police sometimes, I'm trying to be polite here, could make mistakes. When you shoot a gun, the gun has a recoil. One, two is that when he's shooting, he's trying to alert, he's trying to warn, first of all, warn the driver in the vehicle that he's not joking. At the same time, he could also be signaling to his guys to get ready. Man, these guys are like 10, 8, and everything. So and we never can tell the next person who would act. So he might aim for the vehicle, which in turn might come to hit us. So what this was when they heard it, we went off the road instead of panicking. We just went off the road and just continue walking in our direction. Yeah, they kind of laughed at I was afraid. I was like, well, it's not about being afraid, it's about being smart. But the irony is that the only fearful thing that has happened in that area was caused by the police. That's the that's the most ironical thing I've ever heard in my entire life. That something drastic and as fearful as that was caused by the police. But not regardless. So back to my talk. We got on the jog, normal route. He kept up. He kept up the pace. He kept on moving ahead. So I kind of think I have reduced in pace, but nonetheless. Then there was a point I got to because I was not feeling too well in the morning. I told him that we may have to turn back at a certain point. That is, we used to have different jogging sets, and I like his progress. His progress is a real inspiration. Yeah, whatever you put your mind to, you can actually achieve. I and my junior brother used to jog with him, so we used to leave him. He used to jog like half distance, then we leave him to walk somewhere. While me and my junior brother still continue full blast. Then later, he started jogging on his own. On his own, he gained some good mileage. He liked the experience of jogging. So recently, he has been jogging on his own, which is completely good, which is very very nice, very perfect. So I'm thinking of going to cut my hair this evening. Very very good. Now looking at how much progress he has made over the years, it's safe to say that he's good at what he does, and I must commend his progress. His progress is absolute, it's fantastic. Nonetheless, the first spot, so that was the first spot. The second spot is when me and him came back to jog, where we started going to the second spot, stopping and walking back. So it's the third spot now where we now added, where we extended our jog through a certain route. And approaching the second point, I asked him, I said, I feel like I may not get to that third point. But he did not hear me. But the other voice in my head says, well, you're the very reason he's going to the third point initially, so you have to follow through. So I just kept quiet, grateful that he did not hear me, and we went on. Yeah, so now regardless, came back. I was supposed to record, but my body was not feeling too well. So I'm very grateful that I have content ahead of time. So what that means is all my videos are now live uploads. So I did my research regardless. So I'm to do 2 long form videos tomorrow, and I have 3 short form videos I also did research on. Then on the issue of long form versus short form, I think I have come to a conclusion that for every long form I do, I must create its accompanying short form, which makes perfect sense. Instead of repurposing short form content, so instead of repurposing long form content, and also um, my tweets should come as notebooks, should come in form of me taking notes. So I looked at my notes that I took recently, and I've seen a ton of tweets. So I'm pretty sure that if I'm doing 10 tweets a day, that's what 3,600. Knowing that I am consuming every day, I'm pretty sure that's a very small figure. So my content idea now is my short forms are going to come from things that I just genuinely see around, plus my long form, and my tweets are going to come from my long form and short form script. So no more having to sit down to write. I write, I make the video, and I send the writing immediately. The video probably comes weeks or months later. So yeah, that's it. I think I've gained little traction in my YouTube, got 2 subscribers that I'm very grateful for, and I'm okay because we see everything, there's this little growth you see, then all of a sudden everything, what's that word, compounds. So I'm just feeling grateful for the fact that I have gotten better speaking to the camera, speaking to the camera. And it's precisely why I do these videos every day, even though I don't do my daily records. When I do this video every day, it helps to calm down my speech because I become much more mindful with the way that I talk. And for me to be that mindful, what that means is I have to calm my thoughts down. I have to get into that flow state. I think I think I'm already in 10 minutes. Okay, 8 minutes. 8 minutes because when I get into that state where I lose track of time, it's not so easy for me because I have to compress the video and I use my Surface Pro for that. So while I was just arranging myself, so I'm doing this like talkless head kind of reels, voiceover kind of bureau videos and everything. Just to pop up my Instagram, pop up content, extra content and all of that. So my co-founder came to the office. Then she decided to call the people who attended the events for last week. And I would say if we got 10, we got positive feedback of 3 people. And you see how this momentum is going. The irony is that it's growing not by me really, really trying. It's growing by just slow coasting, slow coasting. So, and again, it's helping us to see a common thread between people who see the idea and who want it immediately. And everything is beginning to make sense. So, this is it. I discovered that whenever we tell people about this idea and how it's designed, they see it as a way of running themselves as a business. So, what that means is there's a market for individual businesses. Or what are individual businesses? Or intrapreneurship. Intrapreneurship is you work in a company, you work in an industry, full time, contract locked. However, you see yourself potentially giving services to other people, but you don't want people knowing that it's coming from you, so you create a virtual number to issue it. It's the same reason my former flatmate got one. It's the same reason the doctor we spoke to about 2 days ago got one. It's the same reason a guy who works in a hospital that we saw last week also got one. So I feel like we're seeing a common thread, and when we see that common thread, I want to squeeze it, I want to squeeze it, and then yeah, sorry for being dramatic. It's because I'm grateful for one thing that I'm aware of my competition. But one thing I try to tell my co-founder is if we look at them, we're looking at them for the sake of content ideas, but not trying to build a better product for them. Not no, we are not trying to build a better product than them. We are trying to build something that people would use, would enjoy. And what I'm very grateful is that it's allowing us to think different. Different in the sense that I'm not entirely sure they can target the market we are targeting. Basically because of the way their system is structured. One. Two is seeing how we are actively involved in the business. So mind you, the goal of one thing I think we are aiming towards right now is the moment you get good cash flow that can take us where a month can make us survive for 6 months. When we have planned, what I want to do is sit down with the businesses we currently have and see how we can make them, how we can grow them so well using technology that they will become our marketers. They will give us word of mouth. And that is what I've been trying to tell my co-founder. We haven't figured out the way, but having a goal of building a community for business owners and building the tools for this community. Can you see how I say the ways of building a startup has changed? Before, you used to go from product, you build a product to solve a problem in the marketplace and the people pay for it. But now, almost all problems have been solved. However, if you build a community of people that you really, really want to support, and you build an ecosystem around those people, that is where I think software is going to grow. So how does it start? It starts with the community, and the community comes with the brand, it comes with the content. The content is the distribution of the ideas of who you are, what you are about, and everything. I'm sorry, I've gone beyond talking about today, and I have already dabbled into creating into my startup, into something, into a vision, and that's something that I keep telling people that when you learn to get into flow, everything sounds. So back to my talk. So my co-founder also reached out to a financial tech company that we had a demo meeting for. They said they absolutely loved it and will get back to us. Friendly pricing, and they have a goal. They requested for a feature. I don't have that feature yet, but in a couple of days of intense focus, I can get that feature. that gets to me. It's already 14 minutes, and if I leave myself to this camera, I have gone for 20 something minutes before, and it just felt a lot to me. So I'm also considering uploading these videos to Twitter. Just put it out there, talk about the stories, regardless. I'm doing it for me. I don't know what somebody will find out there. Maybe somebody might find it chilling. I don't know. I am not putting it out there. So thank you very much for tuning in. Talk to you soon. And bye for now.